Good afternoon. I'm Luke Falk here with Coach Jason Hardy as we report on Shelbyville Central taking on Columbia Central in what has been a pretty tough contest last few years. Columbia having the upper hand, and I think the last 20 years.
20 years since Shelbyville team has beat Columbia, so it's been a while.
And you know, the past 5 to 6 years, you've had a couple of. I know one year Columbia won the state. I think another year they were in the state. And so a very tough Columbia team in the past couple of years. We got to play against them 4 times when I was there. Had some tough battles. This year Columbia suffering a little bit. They've lost some key players over the last few years. Lost a good coach. But still a tough team. A lot of talent over in that area.
Right. Very athletic team. I mean, you said it. 3 out of 4 years they've been in the state championship game. Lost a 3-year starter and a quarterback that I thought was one of the best players in the district, and but still very athletic, very talented team. And it's one of those things that as in our district, we know that Columbia's dominated, and just going to Columbia, you got to get over that hump if you want to be at the top of the district, and it's always going to be a tough game.
Tough place to play too. Kind of like a bowl, almost like a little bowl. The field is down in there, and a huge student section always at Columbia, and people don't really understand what that factors in. But it's loud. It's always a tough place to play. And Columbia knows how to win.
Exactly
and another thing a lot of people don't realize is, kids that have just always won, there's a mentality there that you can't coach that.
Exactly right. When you've been used to winning, winning breeds winning, and the same other time when you're losing, a lot of times you look for ways for something to go wrong. But when you're winning, you're always finding that way, that edge to get ahead. And we knew going in there last night. The last couple of years have been tough. The last time we was at Columbia, and you were at quarterback, we had a great shot to win that game. Went for 2 the last second, didn't make it. So we've been knocking on the door the last couple of years. So to get a breakthrough win last night was a big thing for this program. Going
into this game with Columbia, obviously you've seen Phil. I haven't got to see Columbia play, but what are their high points? I know the last couple of years it's been Dre Hall and Markham at quarterback. I think he had close to like 3,000 yards his junior year, my senior year. Dre Hall, if you've ever seen him play, you don't have to say anything else. Just a phenomenal guy. So those were things that we keyed on when I was there. What were some of your
same type
keys?
Of things as skilled players. Obviously, they're always very athletic. They got the tight end, Jackson Harris, Georgia. University of Georgia was there last night watching him play. 6'5", 250.
Where do you find those guys?
We haven't found them at Shelbyville right now. And they're 2 running backs. 31 and 2 were just, to me, were playmakers, and we were very worried about them breaking long runs and getting outside. We knew we needed to contain the big play, and defensively, we just thought they were very fast and going to bring a lot of blitzes, and we knew we had to protect well and we had to block well up front to give us a chance. And then the other thing was special teams. Our cover teams were real worried about kicking the ball to 2 and 31, and we did a good job keeping the ball away from them all night. So trying to limit their big plays and give our defense a chance to make them go a long way, and it proved to be a good game plan last night.
And obviously on Shelbyville's side, you've got your special teams, which You know, a couple of games here lately, that's been kind of taken away, that phase of the game, as far as kickoff return goes. So that's always a big key. Mason Cunningham throwing and running the ball. Dallas Castleman getting tough yards. Michael Eddings breaking for a few long runs. And if defense can play like it did, I know last week when I was there, just not very many missed assignments, played hard, and it really looked like, I know we had a 3-week dry spell there with 3 losses in a row, but last few weeks, as far as from the fan standpoint, it looks like they're just excited to play. Yeah. Like, your guys are having fun, and that goes a long way on the field. Offense cheering for the defense, defense rooting on the offense. Just a group of guys who really look like they're having fun out there. Yeah. Is it same?
That's exactly the way it is. I mean, we've been very unselfish. You know, kids, if they catch four passes that night, they're fine. If they catch 1 pass, they're fine. You know, if they run the ball, nobody's wanting to be selfish. They're all wanting to play for each other. Our line's doing a great job. Everybody's celebrating and cheering for each other. We've been very balanced on offense, and when you get everybody playing as a team, obviously in any sport, that's the key. You know, not individuals out there, but team.
And it's much more fun to coach, I would say, when you have a team just really excited, playing hard. Always see somebody running over and Coach Barsh going nuts with them, you know, and that kind of stuff. Just that really goes a long way, and a perfect time right here to really get hot right here towards the end of the season. And no, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I was kind of looking at the quad. We're looking to get put into the playoffs, and I'm sure you've looked at it a little bit too, and it really looks like this could be a good year at the time that Shelbyville's getting hot here late in the season to make a run at this thing. So with that, we're going to go to the game now, but we're really excited.
Are you hungry for some really good food? Visit the Huddle House in Shelbyville, Tennessee for some of the best food any hour, every hour. From the breakfast items to the evening steaks and seafood, the Huddle House in Shelbyville gives you a complete line of great meals, and you'll always be greeted with a smile and come on in. Visit the Huddle House located at 1209 North Main Street in Shelbyville. For carry-out orders, call them at 931-685-0082.
31W Insulation offers custom-look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy-efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
In 1983, Kenneth Western had a dream of owning a car lot with his son Eric, helping clients find that great ride at an affordable price. Today, that dream is reality. Clients get that affordable price with weekly and bi-weekly payments. Taking both debit and credit cards, they have opened the door for you to get that great ride at an affordable price. Stop by 1301 Madison Street in Shelbyville or visit them on the internet at www.westernauto.com. Need directions? Call 931-684-4731. Remember, for that great ride at an affordable price with easy payments, visit Kenneth Western Automotive and talk to Kenneth or Eric today.
Columbia, a little Short kick there, good hands.
Great play by Jacob Davison. That ball, we'd like to go through, but that's playing third base on the baseball team helps right there.
Dallas Castleman, some tough yards there as always. Seems like we say that quite often there, but
yeah, we've had a good job lately of good change of pace with Dallas getting hard, tough yards, and Michael's speed. Right there. Don't look like much, but 3 and 4 yards getting us in a third and short's a big deal. And Columbia, you can see their defense here. This is a wrinkle they put in, and that's something new. They had a week off before. They did one of those where they're standing up, moving around, trying to confuse you, not knowing who to block. And we thought they're going to stand up. We're just going to let Mesa go up there and get the first down running. So.
Yeah, good. I like that. I noticed that a couple weeks ago when you ran it, and just kind of running up to the line there real quick, kind of catching them off guard. And with a defense like that, if you try to watch too much of what they do, it can really confuse you. You just got to stay basic and not focus on all their players moving around. It'll get you messed up there.
Yeah, and we knew Columbia had a very good defense, very fast, and they kind of spread out and worried about our quick game right here. Missed a block right here, but just a good job by Tyler.
Good job by Tyler. Good run. He's getting a little jump happy, though.
Well, we've talked to him. We don't want to jump. We're safety first. Here you go. Good little empty package right here. Great read. Good job by O.J. finding the seam right there and splitting the safeties, and just a good delivery. Makes it 10 for 12 last night. I mean, you can't ask much better than that. Good
group of sophomores, sophomore class there. I know a lot of times focus on the Tyler Eddings and Dallas Castleman, and still played a good run by Dallas there.
Yeah,
but you do have a good group of
and having to contribute early here, as you see.
Yeah.
We mentioned a lot of sophomores on both sides of the ball, and that's not always a good thing when you're going into the season. But that's kind of the difference in us playing a little bit better here late than early. You got growing pains early with sophomores, so they've done a great job.
You can't substitute experience, and so that is good and should help in playoff time and in the next couple of years.
Well, we knew coming in right here that Columbia, wanted to get the ball to the tailbacks and power it down our throat. And there's O.J. again on defense making a play for really no gain. And there's a big tight end going downfield. We're double covering him, and they throw it to the fullback.
That is a big tight end. Huh?
Third down here. They're throwing to him. We do a good job in coverage right there, staying home, waiting for him to come. And here's a big play of the game. This is, to me, bad snap. We don't come off the edge like we're supposed to. And somehow here you're going to see they call a holding penalty on us, which I'm yet to really understand what advantage we gain by holding. And anyways, they're going to get the ball here 4th and short. And
fake punt there.
Put our defense in a tough spot here early after what should have been a negative play for them.
Well, and the longer you have to keep your defense on the field, the more they wear down, and you've got to get off the field when you can. You can't afford those mistakes, and haven't made a mistake like that in the last couple of weeks. And like I said, it could be questionable.
Right. Going back, a loose ball, we're back there trying to get it, and anyways, the call was what it was. And here's the little bone to the fullback, caught us a little off guard right there, and a good game by Columbia. Toss sweep, trying to get outside. Great job of Michael Imes, and he's done an excellent job these past few weeks. He's had double-digit tackles in the last 3 games.
That's another sophomore, is it not? Or is
he's
it a junior? Is he a junior? Okay, he's a junior.
He's a kid that's really helped our defense out. Once again, just really nothing. You can just see the D-line's been playing so well and not giving up anything easy. And putting them in here, you see it's 3rd and 8 right here, and that's what we like to see.
Any chance you can get an offense on 3rd and more than 5 or 6 yards, it's a good
Good job right here by our defensive front four. Wanted to go to 9 right there. Our guys listened to the scouting report real well and had him covered. And great job after that. After that mistake on the penalty, defense holds again.
Kept him from scoring, which is big. Cunningham dropping back to pass here.
Yeah, he's going to make a good decision holding on to the ball and has to pay for it right here. Gets hit a little bit late. Mistake by them gives us 15 yards, and you see Mason jumping back up and going to the next play.
And talking about growing pains, that was earlier in the season. Probably would have passed that ball there, and I think two different times he'd thrown the ball on a run around like that when maybe he shouldn't have, and good to see him learning from.
His decision-making process last night was as good as we've had all year and in a while. Just making the smart plays, throwing the ball away when he needs to throw away, just like they're right there. Not getting negative plays and keeping us in third and short or third and medium instead of third and long. Columbia did a lot of moving around on defense, trying to make it tough on us.
Good draw there.
That's Michael
Eddings there. He is, to be so big. I mean, I know you can't really tell on film, but he is a big kid for that speed.
Get a little play here, get the ball in our hands. Probably need to make that catch. Marcus Bryson has done a good job for us here lately. Good hard run. Once again, putting us in third and medium instead of third and long. Just quick, but great block there by O.J. Davis, and then Tyler just doing a great job getting the first down for us. Little counter play. One block away right there, I think, Luke. Good job by Dayton Taylor and Will Salisbury pulling. I think we're one block away there from busting it. And later on,
always seems like you're one block away, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why it's so important every time. I never sit around. I always find somebody to hit. And the end of the first quarter there. 7-0
after the first quarter. Really hadn't had the ball that much. So overall, pleased with offense. I mean, they're moving. Defense played great, except for one questionable call there.
That was on the punt return, punt block, and.
But then come up with a big stop afterwards. So you still have to be feeling pretty good after the first quarter. You knew it was going to be a tough game going in, just because the nature of the Columbia Central or Shelbyville Central game there, but. After the first quarter, I guess you weren't too amped up. Still kind of
it was a long game.
Even keeled. You can't be too excited, too down. Can't yell at everybody. You just gotta stay
very pleased with that effort right there. And just want to keep on doing a lot of the same things we were doing that first quarter, and for the rest of the game, they were executing the game plan really well.
And really just telling your offense to punch it in there, weren't you? I mean, that's about all you can say at that point of the game. So we'll go to commercial break, and we'll be back with the second quarter.
With over 30 years' experience servicing the Tullahoma area, Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler has become a household name in Middle Tennessee. As a family-owned business, Mike and his wife Lisa, along with their sons Jamie, Justin, and Jody, have assembled a crew that delivers quality service to go with quality products. As the only authorized Michelin and Goodyear dealer in Tullahoma, they have become the tire store of choice, being named the Tire and Brake Store of the Year multiple times. They also rent Penske trucks and are an interstate battery dealer. So if you need tires, brakes, mufflers, a battery, or maybe rent a truck, go to the place you can trust. Call Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler at 931-455-5150. Located at 732 North Jackson in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
J. Jordan Boutique, located at 104 Public Square in Shelbyville, has become the ladies' choice for shopping. With name brands like Miss Me jeans, tops, purses, and belts, Big Star jeans, Ya Los Angeles, Blue Pepper, Umge Junior and plus sizes. Not to mention other brand fashions in junior missy and plus-size ladies. Stop by and discover why J. Jordan is the #1 ladies apparel shop in the area. Open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 till 5:30. Also visit the newly opened J. Jordan shop located in the side of Southern Charm across from the Bell Buckle Cafe. You'll be glad you did.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
31W. We're more than just an insulation company. We're also a garage door company, and a shelving company, and a mirror company, and a fireplace company. In fact, if it has to do with the look of your home, 31W's probably that too. Give us a call. Let us give you a free in-home estimate, and we'll show you how easily 31W can change the look of your garage, your bathroom, well, you get the idea. We've been family owned since 1972, so call 31W today.
When you're running late headed to that sporting event or horse show and hungry but need gas, you don't have to choose which to get. Just stop at any Quick Mart where gas prices are normal and the food is outstanding. Burgers, fries, salads, sub sandwiches, chicken strips, egg rolls, even pizza can be picked up while the gas is pumping. Stop by any Quick Mart today and not only save time, but enjoy some good cooking, southern hospitality, and prices you can live with.
Tough run by Eddings there, called it in at the end of the play.
Yeah, and here's, like you said, we're just saying, just finish this drive. You know, we knew we didn't need that wasted opportunity.
Good run right there. Just keeping those legs moving. And that's something that sounds so simple to tell running backs, just keep your legs moving, but instinct when at contact is to, you know, kind of lock up and take the blow. But when you have a running back that'll just keep moving those feet, good things usually happen.
Here's Zeke Mason going to hold right here. Good snap by Jacob Davidson and Micah Thompson putting it through. So
2 for 2 on the extra point. That is.
I've learned to really appreciate the art of extra points after some of our games this year. So easy things you take for granted sometimes. Just like here on a kickoff right here. And first kick, he does a great job right here and kind of misses this one right here. And told you we were worried about the returners and kind of misses this a little too much. We didn't want to give it to him on the 40. You know, we was thinking more to the 30. But once again, they're not running it back for a touchdown.
Yeah,
either.
better than and better than kicking it out of bounds or kicking it looking like an onside kick there. So
now here's what we were worried about: the bounce play, and then Tyler Eddings doing a great job coming from the safety position and limited that to a small gain.
Tyler's an exceptional athlete. He
big boy running the ball right there, number 88. Toss sweep, and you know, felt like we were kind of getting held on the edge, and we kind of run into each other right there.
Yeah, kind of took that bit on that little shoulder shake there. Kind of stepped inside of the back, but
they've got a good drive going here. I mean, they're at home. They're used to winning, and there's one Tyler gets a tip on. I know he'd like to have back. He was really close to getting intercepted. Well, he's got to realize that guy's 6'5", and they throw it a little bit higher to him.
Yeah, a little bit different trajectory on that than if they were throwing it to Tyler. Is this homecoming for Columbia?
It is homecoming now. It's a homecoming night in Columbia. We knew they'd be excited, and we knew that we wanted to start off the 4th down right here, and just good job.
Making the quarterback run around, not really giving
good job
him anything.
in coverage, and we knew he was going to try to look for 9. Good little scramble here, a little quarterback draw by Cunningham. You know, that's the thing about him. He's 10 for 12, but his legs are, he's a good running back as well.
He doesn't try to run too much, so you got to, sometimes I think that quarterbacks that can run a little too much instead of staying in the pocket and throwing it downfield.
Yeah, he does a good job. Here we go with a little jet sweep to Tyler. And, we're just trying to find ways to get him the ball.
Been a big play for you this year. Anytime you can get, I'm telling you, Tyler Eddings with the ball in open field is a pretty dangerous thing. You gotta like your chances when you get the ball out to him. Dallas Castleman, a good 3-4 yard run there.
And that's big. I mean, we're sitting here and watched this so far, and just the lack of negative plays is just as big. I hear every coach on the sidelines telling him to run, and he does a good job keeping patience. And
the one time I will say that was a good jump. The one time I think that jump was called for there. So
great patience there by Mason. He's making good decisions, and good job by Tyler not to give up on the play. And another 7 points, up 21-0 here. Got to work on our timing there.
Good kick.
That's more along the lines of what we were wanting right there. That's almost as good as kicking the end zone, give him to him on 26.
Good kick by Mike. If you could just do that every time, it sounds so easy.
We have a little bit of breakdown. Too long to throw the ball. Way too long to throw it. And come out on first down. A little cheap shot there of a 9, looked like, but didn't get called. But Columbia's not giving up, down 21-0, coming right back to 9, and a little frustrating here. We knew they were going to go to him and felt like we should be hitting him every chance we got. And here's why we were worried about 2 right here, and you can just see he's starting to get some momentum, and on this drive right here he shows why he's one of the better backs in the league. And
very elusive. He
good
changes direction very well.
Right there. And, we've seen it all year on film with him. He's made big plays, and Columbia has a little life, and up 21-0, they could have easily quit. But going back to what you said earlier, they're used to winning. They're not going to give up.
Well, I mean, you have seniors and juniors that have really only known 13, 14 games in a season. They are used to making it deep in the playoffs, and when you've done that every year of your high school career, it just winning is all you really know. And
little option read right there. This is 2-minute offense right here, kind of going in before the half, about 2.5 minutes, and we feel real comfortable, even though we got a young guy back there. And no, I'm sorry, this is not it. This is third. This is going to be 3rd down right here. It's going to be the one time we don't make it here. Get a good little call right here, check, and the spot. Now, when he catches it, I think we're going to get a 1st down right here to Marcus Bryson. He catches it. Great tackle by 12. We're just inches short right here. Get a false start right there. That was probably a good thing. There was a little communication breakdown right there. We weren't supposed to be going for it, so a little bit of communication breakdown, and we're going to settle for a punt. And here's a lot of maturity level on number 4, where he's been running it all year long. He punts it away and lets our defense, get back on the field.
And the defense on the field at the 36 and not on the
exactly right
on the 15. So that's a huge decision there.
I'm going back to that team-oriented. That's earlier in the year he tried to make a couple plays on his own, and now he's team-oriented and punting it away and letting his teammates help him out.
3rd and short here.
Yeah, and this is a really crucial drive for Columbia and for us. It's 21-7 right now, and they get the ball back.
They go in 21-14 here, and get the ball back.
That's right. That's exactly everything they can ask for. And here we go, coming out here and
big
drop, and here we come, doing a great job, Dallas, getting up there, making him throw early, and we got to pick that ball. I know it's easy for me to say. I'm not going to want to get my legs taken out from under me, but good job by Zeke Mason.
You make that play there, and you don't have to really worry about this 3rd down, but a big sack.
Malik Tondra.
Not really sure what the rolling was, but hey, big play by Malik.
And here they are punting. And now here's what I'm talking about. They're under 2 minutes, and even with the sophomore quarterback last week against Lincoln County, we kind of took a shot at it, and he fumbled. And just shows what kind of confidence the coaching staff has in Mason Cunningham. We're going to let him attempt this 2-minute, and it always helps when you get about a 9 or 10 yard gain by your senior running back.
Yeah, and mentally, I don't think he's really just a sophomore. You know, I think mentally he's ahead of that, but also these next couple of weeks here, you might need a 2-minute. You know, exactly, you might be in the fourth quarter really needing a 2-minute offense, and it's really good to get practice, if you will, here. Great throw to Tyler Eddings.
And, big score right here for the half, and the only thing wrong with it might have been too quick.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not really the 2-minute drill.
I'm not complain about that though. And once again, good job by Micah giving us. And like we were talking about, it very easily could be 21 to 14, and now all of a sudden it's 28 to 7. That's a huge swing by our defense, and then on our offense, pop one up a little too short again. And but once again, they're still having to drive the field right there. And everybody's yelling, it's going to 9. We've got to get out there under that.
Well, 9, I think, is the only one that hasn't dropped a pass, or that has caught a pass. I think he did drop one, but
well, there's people there watching him for a reason. I mean, so we're right here just trying not to give it the big play. Great coverage right here, really forcing him to go to the second, third read. And even though he completes it, I mean, that's a short gain, and great coverage on that last one. Tony.
Good play there.
Yeah, Tony Patterson, who's probably been our defensive spark. We changed him from defensive end to linebacker, and he's really changed the complexity of our defense.
Hard worker.
Yeah, one of the hardest workers I've ever had the pleasure of being around. And you know him. He's a weight room warrior. He's a first out of the locker room and the last off the field type of kid. And just a great young man. And even though that was a play right there on the field, it's been his personality is one of the reasons our defense has had that turnaround.
28-7 going into halftime against Columbia. You have got to be feeling pretty good. I mean, even if you didn't show it so much, you had to be feeling good going to this game, because it's been a while since playing a team with their sort of reputation to go up at halftime like that. You have to. What was the morale of the team in the locker room last night during halftime?
It's been unbelievable. Our kids, and for the last 3 weeks, has been the same thing. And our kids have not been overexcited. They understand. My theme to them, we had a lead against Tullahoma back in earlier in the year and blew it. And ever since then, we've said the first 5 minutes of coming out in the third quarter is going to be huge. And our kids go in there, and they know that. So they're not 28-7. They don't even think about that. They're thinking this first drive, these first 5 minutes, we've got to get a stop and get a score and set the tone. And when they have that kind of attitude, it makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, and probably didn't say anything at the time, but that loss against Tullahoma might have been one of the better things. The way the loss occurred might have been one of the better things to happen to this team.
Anytime you get a loss, the only thing you can have positive coming out of it is you learn some lessons. And our kids have learned some lessons in all of our losses. And, that's a credit to them and our coaching staff for saying, hey, we just don't get beat and forget it. We learn something from it.
Absolutely. So 28-7. Columbia's offense really hasn't done anything explosive. They had one good drive. Central's defense has played exceptionally well, forcing the quarterback to run around, and you can tell he's not so comfortable doing that. And offensively, I think Castman's ran the ball hard. You get those 4- and 5-yard punches, and then you throw a 10-yard pass downfield, and then Michael Eddings has been explosive. So first half is a very good half of football, offensively and defensively, both. We're going to go to commercial break now, and then we'll be back for the second half.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Starting the third quarter, Columbia gets the ball. Good kickoff there.
Yeah, we'll let them start at the 30, and like I was saying earlier, this is a big drive just to set the tone right here. We need to come out and play well defensively this first drive right here. And
if you can stop them and go down and score, starting off third quarter, and add to the lead, it really kind of stomps out any momentum that they have going. You know, you got the good halftime speech at halftime and all that kind of stuff, and if you come out and get shut down here, it really just kind of takes all that away.
Great job by Tony on the draw. So we force a punt. That's the first thing we talked about wanting to do, and you know, they're going to kick it away from us right here and kind of kick it out of bounds. So we've done the first part defensively, and now we want to come down here and have a good drive. And can't start off any better than this right here. A great run here by Michael Eddings.
And that is that speed we were talking about earlier from a bigger running back. I mean, to split 3 guys there in the defensive backfield, that is just incredible.
You know, it's a great job of Michael, but I mean, the first part of it are great down blocks by Trey Kelso, Tony Patterson. You know, one of the things missing here, 54 Will Salisbury for us come in, and he started earlier in the year, got taken out of the lineup, and then reinserted last week. We lost our left tackle for the year, and Will Salisbury come in, had a tremendous game Friday night, and you know, we're going to miss Dylan Powell on offense, and the senior, and we're very unfortunate to lose him with the ACL injury, but capable backups, and there's a kid that got demoted a little bit earlier and come back and had a really good game and helped us win this game. And Dallas getting frustrated. Nine seem to like to play to the whistle, and sometimes a little bit after sometimes. And
well, you know, you have a guy like number 9 who you said, you know, Georgia was there watching him play. I'm sure it's not the only SEC school that's
right. You know, he's already got offered by Florida State, and I know Clemson and Vanderbilt's looking at him. Good tackle.
And you know, when you're used to performing very well and you don't have much going, and you know you got college teams there, you're probably a little bit frustrated.
Right there, great job on the blitz by O.J. Davis, and then Dallas Castleman he's played so well, bats the ball down right there, and Dallas has been just unbelievable on defense here lately.
I think that senior year for Dallas, he has really played to his ability. You know, as a sophomore, as talented as he is now, I don't think he really played to his full potential, or as a junior. And I think this year he has really stepped into his own.
He has been one of the better players in our district, and he just continues to play well. And there's what we were worried about just a second ago was that kind of that drive or that bounce out by the running backs, and they've got down here inside the 20, and our defense is going to have to stiffen up again. Good job there. You know, it's third and 10, and we give up a 5-yard pass. There's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, going back to earlier in the year, we were worried about third and 10. We were worried about the 3-yard pass, and they're hitting the home run.
And a big change for Columbia this year. I mean, Markham, like I said, 3,000 yards pass. I think it was 2,800 or so yards passing his junior year. I don't even remember what he did his senior year. To a guy who's struggling to complete passes.
Good run there by Mason, a little option play. One of the things, you replace a 3-year starter, and they went with a sophomore and a young man, and, you know, he's still learning and growing in the passing game, and that's what we knew coming in, and we need to stop the run game against Columbia and force them to try to be a passing team, and we'd have the advantage. And another good run by Dallas.
Yeah, good drive here. Giving Dallas some more touches. Michael Eddings has had the last few drives.
Yeah, we're kind of splitting them on there. And
well, Dallas is playing D-line, too. You know, you got to give him a break.
And one of the things you don't think about a lot of times is neither one of these guys are going to be near as effective if they're having to carry the ball every time.
Absolutely. And you kind of judge Dallas by how he says he's feeling?
Great throw and catch there to O.J. Davis again. Well, we've got a system in place right now where we're rotating them pretty much, and then obviously if one needs a break, we'll get them out. But
so it's, I mean, you have a set,
right?
Kind of a set. Okay, I got you.
We've started going on that the last few weeks. A great throw right here, pass interference. You know, Detrail's a guy that he's really been good the last few weeks, and he's a deep threat all the time. And people having to put 2 people over.
Is that the international sign for I want a flag coach? Every receiver in the country does that. Have you ever noticed? Anytime you watch college football,
I see this in college and NFL, and I know they watch it.
If you see an incomplete pass, you better believe that little signal there is coming right after it. Some more tough yards by Dallas. You know, when they know you're coming right, big hole.
You like
there.
it when you never get touched.
Great offensive line blocking there. Dayton Taylor getting a little excited and jumping around.
Dayton Taylor's had a phenomenal year.
I like that for a guy like Dayton. Nice guy, works hard, never messes with anybody. You know, just loves to be out there. You like to see him have a good game, good year.
So another big drive. We've come out in the third quarter and did what we needed to do, and now we've got the clocks running. That's 42-7 right now, and you know, put our defense back on the field. And you can see they're coming off the ball hard. And right there, Zeke Mason does a good job. You know, we kind of have bad angles, and he breaks one for 5 or 6, but it stays at 5 or 6.
Yeah, and you know, as hard as you try, it's hard to stay motivated at 42-7.
Sure.
I mean, it really is.
Here they are taking a chance at Michael Eddings, and Jacob Davison does a great job coming over the top, and it looks like he intercepts it, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah. It really looked like they were throwing it to Jacob. I don't know.
So, a little bit soft on the coverage here, but we, you know, when you're up 42-7. You don't want to give them
a little bit of cushion. You don't want to give them that home run shot.
And, that's what we've been talking about for the last 5 or 6 weeks is make them earn it. And you've seen 2 times they've had the ball in our territory, and we've held them 4 downs and getting the ball back. So let the defense have a chance.
And, you know, when you get to that 42-7 position, you know, that's a luxury of getting to play. You know, that's the best part about beating a team and getting ahead is you get to relax a little bit. You know, you're just playing, having a great time out there. You get to give them some cushion. You get to get some younger guys rotating in and out of there. And now you've got the running clock, so your game is just kind of
we like to be in that position
speed right
right there.
along. That's a good position to be in. So you got to be pleased going into the fourth quarter. Third quarter did exactly what I'm sure what you told your guys to do at halftime. You go out there, stop them on defense, get the ball, go score, do it again, put this game away, and that's exactly what's happened. So unless there's a miracle coming in the fourth quarter, I think we know where this one's headed. But we're going to hear from our sponsors for last time, and then we'll close this game out.
Are you hungry for some really good food? Visit the Huddle House in Shelbyville, Tennessee for some of the best food any hour, every hour. From the breakfast items to the evening steaks and seafood, the Huddle House in Shelbyville gives you a complete line of great meals, and you'll always be greeted with a smile and come on in. Visit the Huddle House located at 1209 North Main Street in Shelbyville. For carry-out orders, call them at 931-685-0082.
31W Insulation offers custom-look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy-efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
In 1983, Kenneth Western had a dream of owning a car lot with his son Eric, helping clients find that great ride at an affordable price. Today, that dream is reality. Clients get that affordable price with weekly and bi-weekly payments. Taking both debit and credit cards, they have opened the door for you to get that great ride at an affordable price. Stop by 1301 Madison Street in Shelbyville or visit them on the internet at www.westernauto.com. Need directions? Call 931-684-4731. Remember, for that great ride at an affordable price with easy payments, visit Kenneth Western Automotive and talk to Kenneth or Eric today.
Closing out this game here in the fourth quarter, Columbia's got the ball. Pass out to their big tight end there, number 9.
Another fourth down right here.
A lot of fourth downs.
Great job by the front four and get another sack. And kind of another kind of cheap shot. Great job not retaliating there. I know going to get a double flag there, but here we go. So we got the second offense in here, and I'm very impressed with this drive right here. We don't end up scoring, but we got a lot of young guys in here. And number 1 there, Sente, is another sophomore, and he's a guy really that you'll watch on this that he runs the ball well enough to, we ain't got a whole lot of need right now at the tailback position. But
yeah,
he proves like this, he'll see the field before the year's over with.
Get him a year or so in the weight room.
Yeah, he's a little bitty old.
If he can keep that speed and just get. You say you're out there. You got. If you get a hand on him, not that he's not running hard. It's just when that guy outweighs you by that much.
You weigh $140 and stuff, and he's running hard.
He is running hard,
and against the first team defense.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't pack as big of a punch as a Dallas Castleman, and. Good run there by
Tyler Bailey, backup quarterback, and you see 75 in there. That's Jake Patterson. You got some young guys in there and blocking for him, and I really thought they leave their first defense in there. I kind kind of a little worried about getting dominated up front, but those young guys up front, Luke Zahori in there and
playing good.
Anthony Lance.
I think Sente is going to be a good little out in the slot kind of guy. He is.
Good run right
I don't know
there.
how his hands are, but he is a good little quick guy.
He's having a great JV year. And here we go right here. I mean, we're down inside, and we're letting the clock run, and they're bringing a blitz.
And these guys had a JV game this week, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
They had a tough 12-0, a tough little battle.
And our JV team's done great this year. We're undefeated in junior varsity. Great.
Wish he could have punched that in there, don't you?
Oh,
for him.
You know, you get in one of these situations, you don't want to run a score up, but you got all your young guys in there, and you want to see them do well. And probably not a very good decision there by Tyler Bailey. He probably should have given it to Sente. And you know, it's an option read. You know that play well as anybody, and didn't do a good job on the read, but Tyler's done a phenomenal job in junior varsity.
It's been my experience. If you just think that you can pull it, you should probably give it. Unless you were 100% certain that you need to pull the ball, you need to give it to your running back there.
Yeah, here's 4th down and a little miscommunication right here. And yeah, I think there's only about 20, 30 seconds left right there. So we give them the ball back, and don't even really get a playoff, and that's the game.
That running clock on the 4th quarter goes by pretty quick, you know it. Nothing really. But again, another week of. It's not like there's a lot of mistakes we can point out. You know, there's always little things here and there you'll see in studying film, but you have to be pleased overall with the last 3 weeks, the way that your team has just shown up, played, very few errors, and something different I've noticed is really putting the game out of reach. In the 3rd quarter there, putting the game out of reach, letting your young guys get in, and causing a lot less stress on you. Yeah.
Well, we've had a good game plan. Our coach has done a good job of really scouting an opponent, but you know, we always, I feel like even that 3-game losing streak, our coaches always work hard. The difference is our kids believing in the game plan, our kids executing the game plan, and all coaches will tell you it doesn't matter what you know. It only matters what you can get these kids to know and execute. And so all the credit will go to those young guys, and really doing a fantastic job of, number 1, limiting mistakes, number 2, playing hard and playing together, and that's been the difference.
And I think it's about even on which one of those is most important, because the fewest mistakes have definitely been a huge success for you. But another week of seeing the guys really having fun playing football together, and that is huge. Just enjoying playing football together. I ran into some of the guys we used to play with last week that were in for. Or 2 weeks ago that were in for homecoming, you know, and seeing those guys again just brought back all those memories. And these guys kind of really taking a hold of that is something special. This week going to, or you at home?
We're at home. It's senior night versus
senior night against Coffee County. Coffee County is having a rough year, but football, sports in general, you can never overlook anybody. Sports are a funny thing.
Why you play the game. Don't play it on paper.
Yeah, exactly. And Coach Davis, head coach at Coffee County, former offensive coordinator for you. He was there 3 of my 4 years, I believe, and love Coach Davis. Hate to see him on the other side of the field there. You know, always a tough. Either way, you know, whether you win or you have to go shake his hand after a loss. Either way, it's tough.
Coach Davis is a good friend of mine, excellent coach. You know, did an excellent job for us, and I know he helped you a lot as a quarterback. Great offensive mind. I know they've struggled a little bit, had some unfortunate events happen to them, but I know he's going to come up with a great game plan and trying to finish off with something positive there for that team. The biggest thing we've got to do is we've got to worry about us, as we always do, and we've got to play at a high level no matter what the opponent is. And with it being senior night, it's going to be an emotional night. And
it's always
pull together.
Always a rough night, senior night. Senior speeches before the game, you know, before you go out. Emotions are running high. hopefully you harness those emotions and make them into something positive there. So we're looking for a big win, like we were talking about before the game. This is a great time to get hot for this team. Closing out the season, 2 games that should be wins. We'll say that. These are 2 should-win games going right into the playoffs. And so hopefully, again, this week we can get ahead, get some younger guys in there to when we might need them later on in the year, and just really need to close out this season.
The best thing for us, Luke, is we're controlling our destiny right now.
Absolutely,
and,
sitting in the driver's seat in the district.
Sitting in here at a home game against Coffee County, and then you're going on a road, which to me is one of the toughest places to play in Lawrence County, and a big district.
Long drive.
We've talked about this district, and any night anybody can beat anybody. So we got our hands full, and we're going to keep on going at approaching it one game at a time. It starts with the Red Raiders this week, and want to have a good crowd, want to have a good support for our seniors, and hopefully play well. Coach Davis will have them coached up. They want to come over, and they want to be a spoiler.
Yeah, ruin the senior night.
When we've been in that situation before too, where you're not going to win the district, and your playoff hopes are probably not there. What do you play for? You play to build momentum to the next season. You'll have a lot of young guys playing. You'll be able to be that spoiler guy. And I know Coach Davis will talk about it. When you go back to places you coached before, you really want to do well, and he'll have them amped up, and I expect the best effort from the Coffee County Red Raiders.
Well, thank you, Coach, for another week. Great win. We'll be back here next week, same time, and come on out and watch Shelbyville take on Coffee County next Friday night at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
Thanks.